Here are my 3 touchdown scorer picks for 49ers Seahawks, brought to you by the Action Network app. And my first pick is going to be DK Metcalf. I grabbed his touchdown odds at plus 190. Now, he's scored a touchdown in 4 of the last 6 games, and he's also second in the NFL in red zone targets with 22, just behind Travis Kelce and Justin Jefferson. And the reason why we're getting these odds is because we're facing a tough 49ers defense. The Niners are number 1 in stopping the run, but they're actually middle of the pack stopping the pass, specifically on the outside. They have allowed 10 touchdowns to wide receivers this season. That's the most of any position group they face. And for what it's worth, Metcalf has scored a touchdown against the Niners in every season since 2019, and he didn't score in week 2. My next pick is going to be George Kittle. I grabbed his touchdown odds at plus 220. Now, Kittle has been pretty hit or miss this season. He should have a decent showing versus Seattle because the Seahawks defense is bottom 5 in both receiving yards and touchdowns allowed to tight ends this year. Even backup tight end Ross Dwelley scored in week 2 with George Kittle missing that game. Now, Deebo Samuel is out. It's a small sample, but in the last 2 games that Deebo has missed, George Kittle has scored 3 touchdowns. One of those games was in Seattle last year. Kittle finished with 9 catches, 180 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And my last pick is going to be Brock Purdy. I grabbed his touchdown odds at plus 600. And we're going to take another swing on him to get another touchdown in the end zone because he scored last week on a much better defensive line versus the Buccaneers. The Seahawks defense, they've been bad all around. 18 rushing touchdowns this year. That's 30th in the NFL. They're also bottom 10 in rushing attempts and yards allowed to quarterbacks this season. I thought about taking Kyle Juszczyk in this spot, but he pretty much has the same odds as Brock Purdy, so that's not enough value for me. I'd rather take Purdy in this spot. So those are my 3 touchdown picks. We're taking Brock Purdy, George Kittle, and DK Metcalf, all tracked at the Action Network app. Bon chance.